Hi, my name is Nick Cipriano. I'm here to present the latest in our series of business environment analysis of the Middle East, specifically the country of Jordan. Jordan's a small country in the Middle East, about 35,000 square miles, but not much bigger than the state of South Carolina, and only 6 million people live there, which is about the same size as the city of Phoenix. The neighbors that border Jordan are Egypt, Syria, Israel, and Iraq. It's pretty much a landlocked country if it wasn't for the Jordan River. And what's so interesting about Jordan? I'll tell you a secret, that one of the biggest lingerie manufacturers in the world actually produces a lot of their garments in the northern part of Jordan. It's Victoria's Secret. I wouldn't expect that, considering the Muslim population and the Islam religion, where their women are not allowed to show their skin in public. But oddly enough, Victoria's Secret is a manufacturer there. And one of the reasons was a development out of the 1990s as the Jordan-US Free Trade Agreement, which allowed these qualified industrial zones called QIZs, as long as most of the manufacturing or a percentage of it was made by Middle Eastern countries or resources, they allowed free trade to the United States. So they eliminated the tariffs and taxes. You'll find that in my report, along with opportunities that exist for U.S. companies, some disadvantages and things to be careful about. Some other interesting facts about Jordan are the currency is called the Jordanian dinar. Their food that they eat, they have a national dish. It's called mansaf, which is a dish of rice served with chunks of lamb and this jelly, which they call jamid. It's really a yogurt, a white yogurt sauce. It looked really good. Described that in my report, along with some other interesting facts, such as the resources in the Middle East. You would think, just being a Middle Eastern country, that it's a stereotype that they all have oil. Well, that's not the case with Jordan. They actually lack oil and water. So they import all of their oil from Saudi Arabia and Iraq. So they have to be really careful with balancing their allies and being careful of who they're friends with and who their enemies are. Right now with the civil war in Syria, they're taking in a lot of refugees, which is putting a little strain on their economy. But overall, their economic condition is very good, and you'll see that in the business analysis report. Water too, they're scarce. The government's rationing water, so citizens can only have a certain amount of water each month. And most of their water is imported from Egypt, along with their electricity. So I thought that was pretty interesting how the country is landlocked and small, but yet their economy is booming, and there's a lot of business opportunity, yet natural resources are scarce. So the report covers all of that, the general description of the country, gives you a little history about Jordan, goes into some opportunities that exist with doing trade, especially with the United States. Some of those free trade agreements that I mentioned earlier, presents some challenges too to do business, especially with other Arab nations. And it actually gets into detail with the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act. It gives you a little bit of detail on how to navigate the complexities of the act and doing business with Arab countries. Outside of the Arab world too, doing business in Europe, for example, there's some challenges and opportunities there. So you'll learn all about this in the report, so hopefully you'll download it. And then lastly, it goes over doing business with females and the women of Jordan. Muslim women, it's actually interesting, much different than the United States. Any unmarried woman under the age of 40 is considered a minor and has to be accompanied by a male guardian. The other interesting fact too is reminding me of some of my friends that are Mormon, because they practice polygamy. The same thing in the Muslim country of Jordan. The law there allows you to have up to 4 wives, which would give me a headache, if you ask me. And hopefully this provided a little bit of insight to Jordan, and you'll download the full report at the website, which is www.arabdepartmentofcommerce.gov. Again, my name is Nick Cipriano, Thunderbird, Executive Class 22. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoy the full report on Jordan. How now, brown cow? Can I get that on there? Wow.
Okay.
Jordan's a small country in the Middle East, surrounded by Syria, Iraq, Egypt, and Palestine. Well, formerly known as Palestine. Actually, I have no idea what Palestine is. Should have been paying more attention in class. Okay, look at us right over. Ooh, scotch. Hey, do I sound like I just woke up? Okay, do I sound good? Okay. Okay, I'll call you back.